Well, hello there, and thanks for joining me for another video. In this clip, we're going to be installing a Reolink security camera on our RV. Now, what I've got here, I picked this up about a year ago and just never got this one installed. This one's a 5 megapixel PTZ, so pan, tilt, and zoom PoE camera. It'll hook up through Wi-Fi or through a LAN connection. You see this one in the background here. The new one that's come out now is an 8 megapixel PTZ 4K, so it has a greater megapixel on it, but I'm still going to use this 5 megapixel because I think it'll be fine for my particular RV. And the price on these, I think if you can still get this one, it's somewhere in $95 or so. But this one's only $118, so cameras have really come down in price. Stuff like this used to be $300, $400, $500 for a camera, and for something like this that's pan, tilt, zoom, auto detection, smart detection, can detect whether it's a human or a car or an animal, and it will also do tracking if you want. It has an alarm, has a night light on it that you can turn on. It has audio transmit and receive, so you can communicate to the location if you see some activity and go online and tell them to get the heck out of there. So it's a nice little option for the RV. I had plans on putting this onto my RV. I have a Reolink, just a still camera on the corner right now that monitors the front side of the RV, but what I want to do is put this up on the roof and use it also as a backup camera. Now, you know, you can monitor it off your Wi-Fi hotlink, and so I could have this in the pickup truck when I'm backing up and use it as a backup camera, as well as just a security camera, or just for fun if you're out in the forest somewhere and you hear some night activity. It has night vision on it, so you can see if there's some animals roaming around your RV or just some rowdy RVers and parkers outside before you step out the door. And so what I did is I just made up a little metal, it's an aluminum bracket to mount it on, and what we'll be doing shortly here is just heading out to the RV, hitch up to it and pull it into a location and do a quick install of this unit today. So follow us along, and we'll get this thing wired up and see how it looks and how it works and operates on the RV. I already have the other camera mounted, and it does have an NVR on it, so it can record and track. So this can be hooked up to the NVR and also see off of a hotspot or a Wi-Fi link, internet link. So let's get the show on the road. We'll catch you outdoors. Okay, we've got our Tim Hortons coffee here. Stopped off at Home Depot to pick up a Cat 6 passcord for the unit so we can hook it up to our NVR, besides being Wi-Fi with the unit. Got a ladder on the back, and let's go to the site and get this thing installed. Alright, here we are on site. I've determined where we're be mounting the Reolink camera. Let's just crawl up the ladder here and have a quick look before we get going on the project, and I'll mount the camera while I'm doing it. So for the moment, my plan is to put this camera just on the end of the solar panel there, and then I can pan it towards the front and look at it. If I put it over in the center there where I initially thought of doing it, it's too close to the roof line, so basically it's just going to do a horizontal pan across the surface of the roof and not be able to see much towards the ground. So if I do it on this corner here, I can zoom it down towards the front a little bit, even though I already have a camera on the corner there. It's a permanent mount, and just going to bolt it onto the solar panel here, leave enough cable in case I change my mind and want to put it up front or a little in a different location. So for now, that's what we'll do, and put the cabling down through our unique little cable adapter box here. Do that. So let's get going on the project and get going. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Just love that Mount Shem when it's covered in snow and got clouds and sunshine, some blue skies. Let's get this project underway. Alright, after digging through all my grommets here, found one just the perfect size here to put in the back here to stop it from the cable from chafing. So we'll just put that in the hole here. I'm sure we can get that worked inside there with a little bit of finesse. Might just have to cut it down in size just a little bit to fit in. But its primary purpose is just to keep the wire from chafing, even though I already have some loom around it here. So there we go. Let's just stick that in there. All right. There you go. I think you'll like that. Look at that. Nice fitting there. So we've got that part all ready. We have our Cat 5 that will string down. It has a Cat 5 plug-in here, so we'll just waterproof that outside. And the Reolink kit also comes with an extension, a DC wire cable that connects into the hey, maybe I left it in the box here. Let's have a quick look here. There we go. Okay, it does come with a short little Cat 5 wire in case you wanted to plug it into an NVR or whatever, but that's not going to be long enough. We need something a little bit longer to run it inside, so that's why I stopped at Home Depot and got a 25-foot extension here. And so this is the AC plug-in. It does have 12 volts out, so you could actually cut that wire and hook it onto 12 volts if you wanted to. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it on AC for now. In the future, if I want to, I could just bypass this AC adapter and plug it straight into 12 volts to operate the camera. It does work on 12 volts, or it also can be powered up through the LAN connection, but then you'd need the NVR running off of AC anyway. So if you want to run just the camera without the NVR, you could run it off of 12 volts and save yourself some energy in your RV if you're tight for power. So anyway, there's all the pieces. This will go inside, and this will run from the top down inside as well. Just have to get up on the roof there and get it all installed. So what we'll do is we'll just drill a couple holes here, some 1/4-inch holes, and look for a couple of 1/4-inch bolts, and we'll get this thing installed here. Go ahead and drop it there. It's tough and durable, they say. All right, here we are. Let's go find ourselves some bolts here. That'll just go through this and bolt through the back. Don't need it too long, so some short 1/4-inch bolts, a couple of lock washers, and some nuts for that. It's nice to come prepared with a whole assortment of connectors and fittings and all that kind of stuff when you're doing these kind of projects. It's kind of handy. So let's put that up there. So let's get us all the drill bit and go up on the roof and get this thing attached. All right, there we are. After a little researching there for some drill bits and wrenches, let's get this mounted up here. Double checks, no wires running by the back side of the panel here, and we got some room on the bottom there. Put a couple of bolts in there. Get that up nice and tight there. Okay, there we go. One bolt through. All right, little needle nose plier here. See if we can get that. Oh my goodness, got a good problem going on here because we got a ridge on the inside of that panel. Trying to get my fingers over it. much of this. Okay, let's see if this will work. Coming from the back side here. Maybe I can see what's going on here. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, I don't want that long of a bolt sticking out there, so go back to plan A and use the shorter bolt. You still with me there? All right. Plan A, little shorter bolt so we don't have so much bolt sticking out. Let's see if we can get that in there from the back side here. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, much better. Now, let's see if we can get our camera back here and lined up and get one bolt on there. Get it started. Use my ingenious hat here to there we go. All right, that's gonna work. And we could actually get a nut driver on the back if we needed to, but I think I can hold it with my fingers here and tighten this up, and then we'll do the second bolt, make it nice and tight, and then we're as planned. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and drill the other hole now. Get our ladder back around the other side. All right, here we are. Hole number 2. This should go a little easier. No cable back there. Let's just find a good balancing spot there to put that one in. Okay, let's go get our bits and pieces. Here we got our nut. There's our washer. Go back and get that shorter bolt that I had earlier. All right, here we are, back up. Camera's still on. Not really sure. Lights are off. But let's get this other one in here. Oh, that went nice and smooth. That's what comes along with experience. First time's a learning curve. Second one's got some experience behind it. Stop playing dropsies here. Get that nice and snug there on the lock washer. That's not going to go anywhere. All right, here we are, round 3. Let's see if we can pop a hole through here for our cables to go in. Just gonna go right up top and we'll seal that up later. Gonna make a little track there. All right, what we got here is the Cat 6 cable. We'll plug that in and later we'll seal up this end to the outside here. Seal up some weather because this isn't a weatherproof connection, and same with the 12-volt DC line, the extender line, and we'll drop them both down to the inside. Length of wire for your power, and drop that inside here. Leave a little room there. Do the same with our Cat 5 for LAN connection. I've got 25 feet here. I couldn't get anything shorter today, so we'll roll it up inside for what we don't need, or if I ever move the camera on the roof here, I'll have some extra length. So let's drop with it. Okay, the rest of it we can grommet it in there, so let's put the cap back on and we're safe from the weather. Alright, looks good. Just need some tie straps, a little bit of tape. And we'll seal that up. Let's do that. And the last little... Alright, what are we here? Like round 3, 4, 5, not quite sure. Let's put a little tape on this. And I always leave what I call a little dog tag at the end where I fold the tape over so it's easier to get at the tape if you need to undo this. There we go. Put a little sheathing over all this, makes it nice and tidy and a little more protection for it. Two more zap straps. 3. Nice marine cable there. So let's try this again. Throw that. All right, we're just gonna do a rudimentary test here and see if this thing powers up. Here's our 12-volt line from the top into our AC adapter on the inside. We'll just plug that in and plug it in. Actually, what we'll do is turn on shore power here first. Get our 3000 watt Go Power inverter fired up. Here we go, lighting up. Got lots of DC battery supply here. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got about 2 hours of battery use there. Lights are on in the fridge, so we've got power. Let's plug this thing into AC here, and we'll have a look on our phone. Had this hooked up earlier on my phone here. I downloaded the Reolink app to my phone. Let's just go right back to that. What I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go to my settings, make sure my hotspot on my phone is on. Let's go back there, personal hotspot, and for some reason on my phone, in order to see it on a device or something, I always have to turn it off and back on again. Might be a little glitch on my older iPhone here, I'm not sure, but anyway, there we are. We've got that turned back on, so we got the hotspot back on, and I had this camera linked into it before, so I'm hoping that memory will grab that, and just going to go to our Reolink app, and I'll show photos of this on the video later. Just going to click on it and lock onto it. It's loading, stream loading. There we go. Got a picture of the fence line back there, so I'm not sure if we can see that on here. I could tap to talk. I can also go onto it and start doing a pan, tilt, and zoom. Talk, PTZ, there we are. Okay, there's a PTZ button here. Pan, tilt, and zoom. Okay, there we go. It seems to be a little bit slow in activating here, so maybe my data on my phone, I don't have a lot of, I should turn my booster on. Oh yeah, my LTE level is a little bit low, so my data is probably low, so it's a little bit slow in responding here. But if you noticed, it did go over from the fence line over to the other side, so let's just click that and move it back again. Alright, there's our image on our Reolink stationary camera. That's not the pan, tilt, zoom that we have on the top corner there. It's a 12 megapixel Reolink camera. It's a very decent quality picture from the outside, but it's just a fixed camera. I think it does have zoom on there if I'm not mistaken, but what I need to do right now is just to go into the settings and go and find our camera 2, which is our pan, tilt, zoom camera that we just installed. So let's do that. Okay, let's check out these cameras. I've got 2 cameras hooked up here, a stationary camera and then also the zoom pan tilt camera, which is on the left side there, looking on top of the roof. I'm just going to log on to the camera that's got the pan, tilt, and zoom on there. We'll just click on that and bring it up, and we'll bring up the pan, tilt, zoom panel here. There we go, over on the right hand side here, and we can just click on these arrows and we can rotate the camera up on the roof. I'm just going to lift the camera up. It's kind of looking down right now. Going to lift it up a little bit over top, and we'll zoom this around over to the other side, looking at the other side of the trailer there, right up to the bracket, and we'll just do a complete revolution to the other side on here right now. And so if we're out in the woods or in a park or something, you could have a look around just from your rooftop camera here right now. There we have an old bus that's just used for storage. The guy was going to restore it. Looks like I left a connector up on top of the roof, so need to go down there and so we can pan the camera down, have a look at some items on the roof if we want, and get right back up again on the upscale. Look up at the sky, see what's happening up there. A little bright out there, so the resolution on the cameras. So let's just go back to the other side here again. There's the box up top where all our cables are going into
the unit to the inside. You take a quick look and see how things are up there if you wanted to. And it has self-focus on there, and it also has a zoom on here. So let's just try that, and just gonna click the zoom button here. We'll just be looking at green fence line, but it does an automatic focus on there. Come on, get my mouse to stay on there. So let's just zoom in a little bit, and then you see the autofocus. We'll just autofocus it there really quickly and stuff as you're zooming in and out. So let's just keep coming around on this thing here. Oh, let's go back to this side here. Is this, yeah, this is where we're at. Okay, so that's looking over to the bus side. So if we look over the other side where the boat is, let's just zoom over there, right around. Okay, there's the boat and the other trailers. And same with here, we can pan the camera down, have a look at the solar panels up top and the nuts and bolts still holding on tight. And have a look up the sky there. See your AM, FM radio. So just depending on where you have your camera mounted. So right now it's looking completely, well, it's actually looking to the front of the trailer, but it's done a complete pan around. And so this shot here would be looking out the back of the trailer. Double click on it, go back to the two cameras, and this camera here is a Reolink, and it's just a fixed camera. I'm not sure if it does have zoom on there. Maybe it does. Let's just check and see. Recording, on, off, zoom. Okay. Seems to think it has some zoom in here, so let's have a look at that. See if we click on the zoom button, zoom out, so it must be zoomed in. Okay, so there we go. So you could zoom in on, this one's kind of pointing right in front of the side of the RV here, sort of at the door. You can't see our door, but that boat is right close up against, so you could just back that out and have kind of a broad view. But it doesn't have any pan tilt on this one. It's just a solid fixed camera. And so let's just go back to the two cameras that we have installed right now. So we have the pan tilt zoom on the top and the other one on the side, and works great. My work area where I'm working at is a beautiful place out here out in the farmland, even with the manure spreader over there. Gonna smell a little fruitful later today, but just have a look at those gorgeous mountains up there. Awesome. Yeah, I can smell the aroma from the farm tractor over here. But it is a gorgeous day today. Great day to be working out here.